Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for joining me today on our webinar regarding Cities Digital's new CRM workflow activities. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Murray, and I'm an account manager out on the West Coast for Cities Digital. I've been with the company a little less than a year now, and I'm really excited to introduce you to these new workflow activities and demonstrate how you can use them to enhance your ECM solution. As we go through the webinar today, if you have any questions throughout the demo, please feel free to send them through the chat. Otherwise, we're going to open up the lines after the demonstration, and you can feel free to ask your questions then. Additionally, this webinar will be recorded and available for downloads afterwards. So I hope everyone is ready to get started. First up on today's agenda, we're going to address what these CRM workflow activities are, along with which integrations they are currently available for. We'll follow that up with the different activities that are offered and how they interact between Laserfiche Workflow and your CRM. Then we're going to take a look at how these activities look when configuring them in your workflow module. And from there, we'll move into a live demonstration of these activities and finish up with any questions. So, as you're all here, I'm sure you're all wondering, what are CRM workflow activities? Well, Cities Digital's new CRM workflow activities are a powerful tool that connects your Laserfiche system real-time to your CRM. Is that cleared up for everybody? No? All right, let's go ahead and discuss an example. I want you to take a moment to imagine what your new account opening process looks like. I assume it's going to be similar to getting the signed contract back, scanning in the countersigned agreement into Laserfiche, unless, of course, you're a step ahead using our Cities Digital DocuSign integration already, then adding Laserfiche to metadata to Laserfiche, hopefully kicking off a workflow in the background to automatically route that document. If not, you're going to have to move into filing your document into the correct location, updating your folder structure, notifying the necessary staff to start gathering papers and ordering materials. Then you have to go into your CRM and enter the lead into your CRM and update the leader account, and then create a case in your CRM. I think you get the picture. It probably feels something like this, a giant headache. So let's show you how to get rid of that. So now I want you to imagine a simplified, streamlined, and easy new account opening process. Scale down to only entering a few metadata fields onto the new document within your Laserfiche repository. From there, in the background, workflow combined with the advanced functionality of our Cities Digital CRM workflow activities will kick off the process to update your folder structure, notify necessary staff, and generate documentation. And best of all, it will update and create entities automatically within your CRM. Sounds pretty awesome, right? Well, our CRM workflow activities makes this advanced automation possible real-time, enabling you to streamline your business communication and automation, allowing you to move on to the next task faster. With implementing the Cities Digital CRM activities, you'll also receive peace of mind knowing that automated processes are taking care of all the details. So you don't have to worry about John Doe forgetting one of your 15 new account opening tasks, assuring a much better experience for you and your clients. All right, so let's actually check out this toolbox and see what these activities are. There are 6 CRM workflow activities that are a part of this integration. We have create, delete, update, find, retrieve, and for each record. So we're going to dive into the capabilities of each of these records individually, along with some examples on how they can be utilized. First up, we have the create records activity. This activity will allow you to configure the creation of an entity within your CRM. As mentioned in the new account opening example earlier, you can update the metadata on a document within your Laserfiche repository and configure the CRM workflow activities to pull the information from those fields to create a new account entity within your CRM, all without even opening or thinking about your CRM. In addition to creating new accounts, you can use the Create CRM Record activity to automate processes for opening new leads, opportunities, cases, or even contracts. Next, we have the Delete Record activity. This activity will prompt the removal of an entity in CRM. For example, this activity could be used to delete leads within your CRM that are no longer relevant to your changing business structure, thus helping your CRM stay up to date. And update record is our next activity. This can be put in place to automatically update information on an entity within your CRM. For instance, you could configure a workflow to watch for updates from a specific type of form submission. Let's say it's a project and meeting notes form. So once the form is submitted, it could push an update from the fields completed on the form into case notes into the CRM, allowing your team the ability to have instant access to the information and avoid any redundant data entry. Next, we have the find record activity. This activity will allow you to find a specific record or records from entities in your CRM, such as dates or entity types, owners, cases. Most often, this tool is used in conjunction with some of the other activities within our CRM toolbox. For instance, as part of your new hire process, you update template information to include the department and territory that a new sales associate will be a part of. From there, you could use the find record activity in conjunction with the update record activity to find an account owned by a certain advisor within your CRM and update the owner to be your new hire. Next, we've got the retrieve records activity. And while I know this sounds a lot like the find records activity, it actually functions quite differently. So this activity will allow you to pull a specific record using a record type and record ID. Using the retrieve record activity in conjunction with the find or create record activities would allow you to automate and update CRM information on demand way more easily. And last but definitely not least, we have the for each record activity. This activity is really unique as it acts as a unifier for all of the other record activities that we already discussed. This record activity can be used to loop and make changes to many entities within the CRM all at once. For example, as part of your termination procedure, let's say your department supervisor combs through the current cases owned by the terminated employee, then determines they want to reassign the cases to new owners. You could use the find activity to locate all of the terminated employees' cases within certain states and then assign them to different employees to take over from there. I hope after taking a look at some of these workflow activities, your mind is just buzzing with how you can implement these in your own business and simplify your own business processes. And the sky really is the limit with the addition of these activities, and they can replace a multitude of different manual processes and reduce a ton of redundant data entry. So now that we've learned how the create, delete, update, find, retrieve, and for each activities function individually, let's take a look at how we use them within the Workflow Designer. Once the activities are installed, they're displayed directly into your workflow toolbox, along with your pre-existing workflow tools, as shown here. So no additional learning how to use a new function of your toolbox. Then you can simply drag and drop these into the Designer pane and configure the settings in the Property pane exactly like other workflow activities. Once these activities are configured, they seamlessly fit into your Workflow Designer to complement your existing business processes, or so you can build new dynamic workflows. Now, I bet you're wondering which CRMs you can use these activities with. Cities Digital CRM Workflow Activities are currently compatible with the Microsoft Dynamics, Tamarack, Salentica, and Salesforce integrations. Though these activities may not be available for your CRM yet, we do have expert on-staff development team that is always coming up with new integrations to keep your Laserfiche system on the cutting edge. So if you have a CRM that you'd like to see these activities compatible with, please let us know and we can work with our development team to create those for you. And we also have a custom DocuSign workflow activity. So with Cities Digital's custom DocuSign workflow activities, there are two different activities available with that integration. There are the retrieve and sending activities. The retrieve activities allow you to pull data from the envelope XML and the status XML retrieve certain data. For instance, if you send out a DocuSign envelope with an I-9 to a new applicant, once they complete the envelope, it not only pulls back information into Laserfiche with our DocuSign integration, but by using the DocuSign retrieve activities, you can parse pieces of that information to automatically populate metadata into your Laserfiche system. This cuts down on manual reentry. Basically, the DocuSign retrieve activities can pull text from your document that you sent without having to use either Zone OCR, regular OCR, or just even having to open the document, view the text, and enter it into the metadata field. The second activity available with DocuSign is the sending activities. The sending activities are, in my opinion, the most exciting. With the implementation of the DocuSign workflow activities, you can automate your processes even further. For example, so let's assume you've already implemented a new employee onboarding process internally with Laserfiche Workflow and that you already have DocuSign. So as part of your onboarding process, you've probably implemented a template, and at a certain point, the routing of your applicant gets approved. So from there, someone on staff is notified and has to go into Laserfiche and manually push documents over to DocuSign using the icon and configuring the DocuSign envelope. With the city's digital DocuSign workflow activities, once your application's resume is selected as approved in the metadata field, all of the necessary documentation will get pushed to DocuSign automatically, behind the scenes, thus saving you or John Doe another step, leaving less room for error. And we are currently working on workflow activities for SignX as well. All right, so we are going to move on to a live demo, but first, I'm going to have you guys take a quick poll about which kind of demo you would be interested in seeing. All right. So we've got that poll closed, and it looks like about 48% wanted to see an account opened, and 52% wanted to see a case opened. So pretty close poll there, but good news. I'm actually going to show you a demo with both. So I'm going to create an account and create a case in CRM with just one workflow. And this is going to be kicked off by simply updating a few metadata fields. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we've got our Laserfiche repository open over here, and we're just going to simply import a document. So file import. I'm sure you've all done this probably several times. So we've got that document importing, and our metadata field pops up for our template. So we're going to make an account name, and I'm going to name this Jennifer Murray's account. I'm getting really creative with the naming structure here. Okay, so that was 4 metadata fields that we had to fill out, just 4. So we're going to open that, and we're going to import that document into Laserfiche. So here we can see our document into the incoming scan folder. Don't blink though, because then you're going to miss it. Oh, and there it goes. So we're going to open our client files here, and we'll see Jennifer Murray's company open right there, and our document that we just imported. So it already created the folder structure and automatically filed that document, which is pretty awesome. Now we're going to go into our CRM and see what happened here. Awesome. Look, my company, I have my own company now, and that was super quick. So as you can see, this not only automatically filed that document and created the folder structure in Laserfiche for me using the workflow, but that same workflow also opened this entire account in CRM without me having to go in here at all. And if you look down here, it actually opened up a completely new case. So that was 4 pieces of metadata that I had to fill in, and it did 3 things for me. So as you can see, these documents are extremely powerful, or these workflow activities are super powerful. So I hope you all enjoyed taking a look at that, and we are going to now open up to questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and let us know. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I really had a great time speaking at you all today, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Please don't hesitate to let us know if you have any additional questions that I didn't get to today, or if you have any questions about pricing, and we will make sure to have this available for you to download shortly so that you can watch it over and over again, because I know it was just really great for you. So again, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.